Sergeant Moon, yeah, you can sit around. I've got something here that is extremely important, and I'd like to read to you the citation that goes along with it. On February 11th, 2018, Cadet Chief Master Sergeant Austin Bloom was instrumental in saving Cadet Airman First Class Matthew Saunier after a major injury. His quick thinking and prompt first aid prevented major blood loss, avoided a more serious injury, and saved Cadet Saunier's life. Cadet Saunier sustained injuries that severed an artery in his forearm and opened a large laceration, easy for me to say, in his chest. He has had 11 stitches in his arm and 6 in his chest and stomach area. Cadet Bloom was at Cadet Saunier's home removing, welding, and replacing a running board on a truck. The weld broke. The 2 cadets began again. Cadet Saunier sat down because he was tired and began grinding the welds off of the running board in an awkward seated position below the running board. During this evolution, the grinder jumped and caught his shirt, went through his welding glove, and traveled into his forearm, cutting a deep laceration. The grinder then jumped into his midsection, cutting, I don't know if anybody have dinner tonight. Sorry about this. In his chest and rib cage. Cadet Bloom jumped up from beside him, unplugged the grinder. He then ran to Cadet Saunier and took his shirt, wrapped it around the severed forearm artery. Prior to his application of direct pressure to the wound, Cadet Saunier's blood was spurting out all over Cadet Bloom due to the severed artery. Once Cadet Saunier's blood flow was stemmed from the arm, Cadet Bloom grabbed a nearby towel, applied direct pressure to the open chest wound, and then ran into the house and pounded on the parents' door and told them to call 911. He then ran back to Saunier and continued the application of direct pressure on both wounds until Jacksonville Fire and Rescue and the EMTs arrived. The doctor at the ER told Cadet Saunier and his parents that if the grinder had not been unplugged when it was, it would have entered his lung and he would have died from a collapsed lung. There was a lot of blood, and the wounds were gruesome. GFRD took Cadet Saunier to a trauma center. Saunier was lucky the grinder did not hit any major organs, and Bloom's timely and correct actions saved him from death or further trauma. The doctors had to cauterize the artery in the arm and required stitches for the internal repair of muscles. For this, you probably should get a trip to Las Vegas and some money, but instead he's going to get this ribbon. There is a major citation that comes along with this. This is a major award, and I congratulate you, sir. Very well done.